Hello everybody and welcome back to another new vlog. I'm currently in the Peak District National Park where I'm going up to Mam Tor, which I believe is that peak just there. The path isn't too difficult at the moment and it's not that far to walk, but everybody else has got the same idea today, as you can see behind me. But obviously there's views all around me and the weather's perfect for it, so I'm going to take a few photos up here and see how we get on. Hopefully the plan for today is to head up to Mam Tor and then walk back along this path, which is the Great Ridge, and head to Bak Tor, which I believe is over in this direction, somewhere up here, and then from there down to Lewes Hill, and from Lewes Hill back down to Hope in Derbyshire, a little village there, and then from there I'm going to catch the train home. But it's a beautiful day, the views are incredible. So I'm glad I brought you along with me today. Hope you like this video and all these images that are coming up. I've taken a few, you might have already seen them if they're any good. But I'm going to head on now towards the summit of Mam Tor. I've decided to stop here because I'm not all that far now from the summit of Mam Tor, which I believe is just there, about a 5 minute walk away. But I've come off the bridleway a little bit because there's a lot of people on it at the moment, and as I'm walking up the bridleway, down the one side of it there's no fence and there's a fairly sheer drop of about 1200 feet, which I don't really want to fall down, to be quite honest with you. So I've come away from the path a little bit to just try and get out of the way and give everybody else a little bit of space. I'll be going up to the summit in just a moment, but once I'm there I'll try and take a couple of photos. But I wanted to do a quick spin around and show you exactly what's going on here at the moment, because I've just walked up this path behind me just here, and as you can see it snakes along and goes off towards a little mound and a larger hill just there in the background. I believe the larger of those two hills is Lewes Hill, and the mound in front of it I think is Bak Tor. So when I get to the summit of Mam Tor I'll take a couple of photos and then head back down along that great ridge to Bak Tor and Lewes Hill. So I'm trying to shield the microphone a little bit here. As you can see behind me, that is the summit cairn for Mam Tor. I'm going to touch that in just a moment when everybody stops having selfies there. But obviously I've got to do that to make sure it counts. It wouldn't count if I didn't touch that. But once I've done that, I'm going to take a couple of photos of these views around here, and then head off back over to Bak Tor and then Lewes Hill. Depending on the weather, of course. It is blowing a hoolie up here, so I don't know how well I'm going to manage to get on from here, but we'll give it a go anyway. I'm currently at a place called Hollins Cross, which is literally a spot where several paths in the area cross. This path here carries on up to Bak Tor just behind me, and as I turn around here in the background somewhere you've got Edale somewhere down there behind me, and I've come up a path here this morning to get up to Hollins Cross, and then from here I've headed further on up over in that direction to Mam Tor. Obviously the wind up there was terrible. I'm heading up to Bak Tor now, and I believe that the sun is coming out, as you can probably tell, and the wind has dropped quite a bit since I was up at Mam Tor. I don't know whether that will still be the case when I get to the top of Bak Tor, and how it will carry on into the afternoon as I go up towards Lewes Hill. Whether I'll get that far or not is another matter, but it might be just as easy now to get up to Bak Tor just behind me and then come back down to Hollins Cross and head back down to Edale where I could catch the train later. It all depends how I'm feeling when I get to the top of Bak Tor, so I'm going to head up that way now. So as I'm walking on the path here towards Bak Tor, I can see in front of me just near the summit of Bak Tor there is a lone tree, and it kind of stands out against the sky, to be honest with you. And I'm tempted to get the long lens out and take a photo of that, because I'm not close enough to quite get a decent shot of it at 35mm, so the 100 to 400 will do the job. But I can also see there are people at the top of Bak Tor, and every now and then they're just walking in front of that lone tree, which is making it difficult to get a shot. So I'm going to have to think about this one, see if I can get a shot of that, preferably without the people in it. So that's Bak Tor behind me, which you can see just there. I'm not going up there. I don't think the climb would be too much of a problem, to be quite honest with you. It doesn't look all that steep, although it does look quite steep here on the camera. But there's people standing on the very edge of it over here, and there's a sheer drop off. I can't really be bothered to go up there and try and get great views from there when there's loads of people, first of all, standing up there in the way, but also people just hanging off the edge of it virtually. So I'm not going up there. But I've got this far anyway. I'm going to turn back now and head back towards Hollins Cross, and then make my way down to Edale and see if I can get some lunch there. I did, however, manage to get a photo of that lone tree at the top of the Bak Tor, which was quite interesting. And I took one quite close in at 400mm and managed to get close up on the tree itself and just a little bit of the scene behind it. But I also then zoomed back out a little bit to about 200mm and tried to get another one with all of Bak Tor in the scene. But obviously that was the point where I would start to see through the long lens the people just standing on the very edge of Bak Tor, which was what was putting me off going up there. I just couldn't see the safety aspect working out very well for me. And you know what I've said before about taking too many risks? There's no point with some risks, and for me that was just a risk too far. So that's Bak Tor. I'm going back now towards Mam Tor. I have to keep stopping to marvel at some of the scenes around here. I can see why they call it the Peak District, because there's been loads of peaks around here. But just behind me, down here somewhere, is the village of Edale, where I started my journey this morning. And I'm going to head back down there and find a pub. There's a pub down there called the Rambler, which is right just a few minutes walk from the train station. So I'm going to head there and get my lunch. But I had to stop here and get a shot of this here behind me, because it's absolutely amazing. Just every now and then, the low cloud and mist just kisses the tops of the peaks, and the shots are beautiful. So I'm stopping every so often to capture some images. I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and also please remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And I look forward to seeing you again on another vlog very soon. Bye for now.